Hello and welcome back to Metroid Prime 4 Beyond. Still kind of shocking that I get to say those words. But today, we are going to get a motorcycle, and then we're going to ride a motorcycle. And apparently I've already got 38% of the scans in the game? Wow. That feels oddly high. Surprisingly long load for a Switch 2 game. There we go. Okay. So, there's our bike. Oh, it's even a new scan. Or perhaps not new. Mass-produced during the machine era, but redesigned for the psychic era. Only drivable registered rider. Identified by their nanosuit. Dedicated frequency calls allow the Viola to be summoned to remote areas. This function is limited to places in which it can travel. And yeah, this is the same thing we've seen before. And we apparently have to access it from this side. Give unto me, bike. RPMs sure are going up. I assume those are RPMs. So we've got the ability to enter Psychic Visor here, but... oh! We can actually scan on Viola. So something kind of fascinating is that this here bike we're on, where'd it go? Bike? Well, whatever. That bike was designed for a species that has 4 arms, and yet Samus is apparently able to ride it with no issues. Also, the people with 4 arms only had no arm cannons. Anyway. Crap. Wow, this tower is a lot simpler than the last one. Yeah, there's no reason that Samus should be able to just perfectly operate a Viola, given who they are built for. Viola, robotic cleaning arm, performs laser beam cleaning, currently offline. Viola chute. Once cleaned, Viola are transferred to storage using these pipes. So, the fact that the cleaning arm is here, does that mean that mine hasn't been cleaned? Guessing all the power's off here. Yep. Oh, hey, look, another save point. I'm not in the business of not saving when presented with a new save point. Yeah, I said it last time, but I really wish there was something to break up just the solid black down the front of the Viola suit. Whoever painted these clouds was definitely having a time. Transport tube, a network for moving small cargo, currently offline. I hear an item. Oh. Hey, fellas. And just confirming, yep, these are enemies we've faced before. So 3 charge shots to the dome gets rid of them. Or 2 if it's specifically to the face, I guess. Oh, but they have friends. Friends who are identical to them in both number and type. Game, if you want something to be a challenge, you gotta give us something different than the exact same 3 enemies we just faced. Like, if you want to give a cutscene like, oh no, there's more of them, make there be more of them. Ooh, I am down to my last E-tank. Been spending too much time talking about how this isn't a real challenge. Not enough time paying attention by actual dang health. I could go back upstairs and save. I don't like that the map defaults to being viewed from below. There we go. Now we're viewing it from above. Maybe we weren't viewing it from below at all? But it felt like we were. Yeah, now we're viewing it from below. Weird. Now we're viewing it from above. Still from above. And now from below. What? What? So, from above. Maybe we were never viewing it from below and it was just an optical illusion? Hang on. I'm trying to figure this out. My brain feels weird. Now I can't see it as being viewed from below. So earlier, when it felt like we were viewing it from below, it was like here. Yeah, I can't get my brain to see it that way anymore. Huh. So we got some magnetic fields going on here. Oh, okay. So the item that's here is going to be gotten via spinner. Also, I'm just moving backwards a bit because I know I left some boxes. And boxes can have energy, which I need, but apparently I'm not getting a whole lot of. And apparently Samus doesn't like it when you fire a charge beam right next to a wall. It's a little bright for her. Ooh, ultra energy, we like that. Or, I'm sorry, huge energy. Pretty sure it was called Ultra Energy in Metroid Prime 1. And this game is huge energy. Now we're descending into the storm. Hey, full health. Can't help but feel like we're gonna fight something in here. Yep. So you guys can just warp in now, huh? Oh, are we gonna get zappy arms? Mechanoid, Cybot Teleporter. Equipped with a short-range teleport device and blades on both arms, it attacks using an X-shaped beam and rotational slashes. The Cybot Teleporter is a battle model equipped with a short-range teleportation device for improved battle mobility. Due to problems with production costs, it never entered mass production, and only the prototype remains. Both arms are equipped with plasma blades. During combat, it will cross its arms in the air and launch an X-shaped plasma beam. Then teleport near the enemy and spin its upper body to slice with its blades. It can also send combat instructions to maintenance tanks. Ow! Well, now it's out of maintenance tank. No, not quite yet. Now it's out of maintenance tanks to send instructions to. Can't help but feel like they want me using side shots on this thing while it's still, or control beam shots, while this thing is still visible. Where'd my shot go? Ow. not mean to gyro up there. Well, that was convenient that he walked right into our shot. Or I guess warped right into it. Yeah, 100% they want us using control beam. Can I hit the same target multiple times with a control beam shot? It doesn't seem to be possible. Rude. Where'd it go? As in my control beam shot. What if we take a nice long path back? Can we hit him again? Nope, he is gone. Also, he's dead. I see that up there. How are we meant to get up there? Probably using that. Psychic grapple point. Okay. Well, that's another move that we're going to be getting that we do not yet have. Elevator battery severely damaged. Analysis implies the battery was heavily overcharged by current from the connected lightning charging rod. Elevator's ascent and descent functions critically damaged. Elevator may stop during operation. Exercise caution. I'm sure it will be perfectly fine and nothing bad will happen. Oh no, the elevator stopped during operation. Oh, hey buddy. A bit of a rapid descent. And yet the elevator is still pretending to be operational. Apparently it's going to be able to rise again. I'm fighting something in here, aren't I? Large robot arm for moving containers. Though command input is still supported, its automation programming has been reset, making autonomous operation impossible following power restoration. Well, I guess nothing's keeping us from going in there. I believe this is the first time we've entered Morph Ball in the Viola suit. Also, hold on a sec. Get off of there. Definitely not the worst morph ball design I've ever seen. Time to unspool some cables, huh? Looks like this one we need to use our psychic bombs for. I'm not a fan of the psychic bombs. Like, they're a neat concept, but the fact that we need to press a button to enter morph ball mode, hold a button to float a bomb, press the button to exit morph ball mode, press another button to enter a different visor mode, press another button to grab the bomb and then release to move it. It's too much. They are too clunky to use. Like, maybe if they defaulted us into the psychic visor after we sent out a psychic bomb, it would be different. Because that would at least get rid of one button press, but as is. One button to enter morph ball mode, another button for the bomb, a third press to get out of morph ball mode, a fourth press to get into the psychic visor, a fifth press to grab the thing. So 5 button presses and then aim and release in order to actually accomplish a psychic bombing. And this generator seems to fire its lightning faster than the last one, but also it's closer. Oh, are we not going to be allowed back? And what, pray tell, are you? Mechanoid Flight Drone MCU manages flight drones produced by the Vehicle Factory's Administration AI. Analysis implies that modifications for battle have been made. Its core is defended by 3 energy spheres. If all are destroyed, the MCU will briefly malfunction. However, the spheres quickly self-repair, so they must all be destroyed at the same time for this to occur. So, control beam. The Flight Drone MCU, Master Control Unit, is an experimental mechanoid built by the factory's administration AI to control the facility's over 100 flight drones. Presumably, it was modified for combat after Samus Aran's arrival on Vuros. 3 energy spheres surround the MCU to defend it by forming a shield. These spheres can also attack using beam shots. The MCU itself is armed with a charged particle cannon. If all energy spheres are destroyed, the MCU will briefly malfunction. However, because the spheres can quickly self-repair, they must all be destroyed at the same time for this to occur. Attacking the MCU will also require thinning its defensive wall of drones. So, let's... Step 1, thin the drones. Okay, this is perhaps not the best choice. I was thinking that, you know, a missile shot, if it hit one of the drones, would give a nice explosion, but... Buddy, can you not? Alright, that's one. Dang it. Oh, now he's got more drones. Buddy, can you let me just shoot my thing? Oh, this is too risky a maneuver. I do appreciate that they're making this a challenge in a way that makes sense. Like, we can only hit 3 things with any given control beam shot. And so they're using the mini drones to add a challenge to hitting the spheres here. Because that way there's a challenge to hitting the spheres. Whoops. I wish it was a little bit easier to thin out the spheres. Or not the spheres, the mini drones. Yeah, it seems there's a critical mass of mini drones below which it will not go. And I think we'll have the easiest time getting rid of the spheres if it's doing its, like, vertical triangle orientation. Or when it's doing this. Except somehow I hit the sphere, or the mini drones there? Or no, it's that it exploded and hit mini drones. Okay. That's totally fine. We might be able to get another quick one here. Oh. Need to not miss. Yes, this seems to be the solution. Get it once and then just be ready for more psychic beam or control beam. Oh, it's done. So that's still closed. A psychic boost rail. Can be traveled using the psychic boost ball. Mm-hmm. Yep, that's definitely a thing I have. And that's a spinner, which needs regular boost ball, I would assume. Or no, that's a scout bot. Shame I don't have an electric shock to activate it with. And that appears to be a spider ball track. Yep. Or a Lemorne magnetic track, as it may be called here. So this thing wants an electric shock to be activated. If only I could use my psychic powers to just grab it and put it right there on the tip for the lightning rod to activate it. But alas, we must wait until electricity is a thing we can wield. Outlander, even regular kinesis should let us move the thing onto the lightning rod. But no, we can only use our kinesis on psychic things. And that's not a psychic robot, and therefore it is unmovable. Oh, hi, Silux. Been a while. We actually haven't learned that you were on this planet until just now. Scans detect an electrical shock arm cannon, with further analysis blocked by a powerful psychic jammer. Electrical shock arm cannon wasn't Silux's weapon. Or wait. Yes, it was. He was the one with the short-range electric thing that sucked up energy, right? Yeah, I think he was. But Candon's the one who was more associated with electricity. I guess there were multiple enemies with electric things in Metroid Prime Hunters. So they clearly want me to do the dodge move when he comes in close. Except I need to remember to actually do it. Ow. Pretty sure he had to go into Morph Ball mode to do this in the past. Are they retconning how he did his spinny move? Game? Is he gonna stop ever? Oh, he's scannable again. Scans indicate the target is generating a shield by spinning at high velocity. Physical contact is dangerous, but the spin may be disrupted by inflicting concussive damage to the base of the target. Okay, they want us to get him with a Morph Ball bomb. Oh, and he's spinning again. Buddy, how much do you like spinning? That can't be good for your inner ear. I need to stop laying all 3 bombs at once. He sure is a spinny boy. just in case he was scannable while he's down, but no. And got him. But he was a fake. Oh, thanks for the energy tank. What is this, a Zelda game? We beat a boss and got an energy container thing. Surely this elevator will not have issues on the way back up. Wow, apparently it actually won't. Oh, okay, it's hitching a little. And is it gonna... Ooh, there's a thing. Maintenance hatch damaged. It can be forced open. Probably by a grapple that we do not have yet. I tried. Oh, hey, it's another guy. Oh, he's got a shield. Mechanoid, Cybot shield. Cybot with an energy shield equipped to its left arm that reflects beam attacks. Its shield can be removed with a forceful pull. Gee, would be nice if I could do that. The Cybot shield is a soldier model battle mechanoid with a device on its left arm that generates energy fields able to reflect any beam attack. This can act as a defensive shield or be used as an offensive weapon by raising the device's output and ramming into threats with the strengthened shield. The shield itself can be pulled apart and destroyed with the Psychic Lasso, a power-up that you do not yet have. Oh, and we've also got regular guys lasering at us. All right, Mr. Shield. Let's work on getting you taken care of. His weakness is not shooting him in the shield. And if I had the psychic grapple, I could get that, but I don't, so I can't. What's that behind it? Oh, it's a grapple node. So we grapple up to this and then we grapple over to that? Are we gonna get double claw shots? Yeah, Outlander, I did have in the back of my mind control beam for that shield guy, but like when I saw how slowly it tracks after you do the evasive jump, figured that it'd be nice and easy to just, you know, get around him. So we need, oh, hello. We only need to scan one of these. Ow, 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 ow! These things are a lot more accurate than their buddies. Lemorn Beam Turret, an AI-controlled beam cannon that automatically attacks intruders within the facility. It is vulnerable to cold and can be destroyed with electric shocks, so we're gonna get an ice beam equivalent, as well as a plasma beam equivalent, as well as an electric beam thing. Probably gonna be Candon, or not cannons, Silex's beam. Lemorn beam turrets are autonomous beam cannons designed to repel trespassing threats and vermin. When their motion sensors detect a threat, they unfold from their standby configuration to become a gun emplacement, continuously launching pairs of electromagnetic beam shots. They are lightly armored and can easily be destroyed by standard firearms. Freezing attacks will disable the turret, while attacks that shock will allow them to be physically pulled away from their station. I was gonna use a control beam on them, but turns out not that hard to just... Shame I don't have boost ball. Yeah, not that hard to just utilize cover. But also, those turrets tore through my health. Yeah, Outlander, if this is any indication, this game's hard mode is actually going to be a challenge. Mainly just because things do a lot of damage in this game. Meanwhile, Metroid Prime 3's Hyper Mode, the name of the mode told you how to beat it. Before I do anything else, I should utilize this save point. So my guess is I need to not be where it's zappy when it's zappy. Is there even enough time for that? There is, because there's a not zappy part right here. I was thinking I might need boost ball, but no. And back to full health. Interesting. We can use the analog stick to go slow. And then we can use ZR to actually accelerate. Surely we're going to get the ability to harm things on this bicycle, so that I don't have to always avoid obstacles like these crates. Though, thankfully, the crates don't seem to actually harm us. Seriously, where does it go when we get off of it? So, we got another spinner, which activates the Viola suit upgrade system. I like the Viola suit upgrade system. That sounds nice. I want it. Route for transferring Viola from Tower 2 to final certification. Once certification is complete, the vehicle is shipped. Terminal for transferring Viola to final certification. Also performs shipment management. Currently offline. Route for shipping Viola after receiving final certification. Uses rails for transport. Shutter gating access to the test circuit. Linked to the nearby map station. Activation of the Tower 3 map hologram will unlock the shutter. Tower 1 lightning absorption generator system. Activation complete. Operating at full power. Tower 2, same deal. Yep. Tower 3 test circuit systems online. Access granted. Activate the map station to open the shutter. So we don't have to turn the power on for this tower. I see that it is a test circuit. For reals, though, there is no reason that Samus should be able to so perfectly interface with a vehicle designed for a hexapod species. Like, it's got 2 legs and 4 arms. The, whatever they're called. I forget the names of the people that we're working with. But either way, 2 legs and 6 arms. None of which is an arm cannon, and yet Samus is still able to perfectly interface with this vehicle. With her 2 arms and 2 legs. What do they do with their other 2 arms while they're riding these? Right, Lamorne. Been a while since we've gotten an elevator load screen. Greetings, driver. Today we will be conducting Viola performance and combat trials. Directions will be provided in each trial. Performance will factor into final vehicle certification. As a reminder, all 3 test courses must be completed before Viola is delivered to the certification supervisor. lap in under 50 seconds, you say? How do I drift and get mini turbos? So completing a full lap in under 50 seconds seems to just be a matter of don't crash into walls. Use the Viola boost ability to destroy 3 targets, okay. So now we have an ability to harm things as well as to go faster. What are these? They refill our energy gauge thing, which boosting completely depletes. Use the power slide to destroy 9 targets. After boosting, immediately press and hold B to power slide. Everything even slightly futuristic with a motorcycle has to have the Akira slide. Though in this case it's an attack rather than a means of braking. Making sure that we've got Viola spinners in our logbook. I'm not a fan of the chromatic aberration we got going on there. Excellent work, driver. Prepare Viola for the next test. Yeah, it seems that just in these areas we've got chromatic aberration going on, and I don't like it. It makes it feel like my eyes are going blurry. Or like I should be wearing old red and blue 3D glasses. Scan the flying target while driving the Viola. I've done that before. Viola test hologram simulates a flying Metroid. Use the Viola projectile to destroy 2 targets. Give me a target? Oh, is that our target? That is our target. Well, that's one. Okay, so Viola projectiles do have a range. And if you are not locked on, they're not gonna even try and hit your target. Two targets destroyed. Use the multi-target functionality to destroy 3 targets. I started holding the left trigger there. Excellent work, driver. Prepare Viola for the final test. The final test is going to be complete a lap while also doing objectives, right? Oh, eliminate the first wave of attack targets. Consider them eliminated. Eliminate second wave of attack targets. There's a second wave. I didn't expect that after it said first wave. Third wave? Oh, final wave. Okay. That's clearly what they want us to do. Knock things down and then power slide into them to do easy kills. And now we get to leave. What is this called? That 3D style, is it? My brain wants to say Animorph, but then it also says that's too close to Animorphs like the books that we read as children. And a glyph? I feel like this should be letting me out somewhere. I guess we gotta get off the bike. Offline and disconnected from administration AI, but I need my Viola to be certified. Power distributor maintenance hatch. Normal device operation suspended. It appears loose and could be torn free. If you had a psychic lasso, which you don't. Administration AI connection severed, stopping operation. An electric shock to its conductor plate will cause it to function briefly. Cool, I can't do that either. Storage linked to the nearby power distribution device. The doors will unlock while the device is operational. So what this is telling me is that in order to get this missile expansion, I need Psychic Lasso and Electric Shot so that I can get a missile expansion. Seems an awful lot of work for just a missile expansion. Lemorn 3D laser scanner performs quality checks by examining completed Viola at a molecular level. Also, there's a door here. This probably leads to a save room. Sure does. I want my bike scanned. central data hub, uplink station for the administration AI, which handles factory operation as well as final Viola certification. The administration AI's mobile housing is missing. Destruction of the wall has revealed tunnels not found in the structural plans. Unauthorized area on the lowest level discovered. Oh boy, time to go to unauthorized areas. I was trying to shoot him right in the little head. Just doing that one-shots him, but sometimes charge beam decides that it does not want to impact the spot you're aiming at first. Bedrock blocking an opening containing an object. The bedrock can be shattered by an explosive impact. Can it now? Probably helps if I actually... Ow. Darn mecha rats. What ist? Oh, it's one of these things. Let me scan the object itself. A psychic container. Stores items prepared by the last Lemorn priest to be given to the Chosen One. So they expected me to blow open this bedrock in this unauthorized part of this area in order to gain access to this cache. For 5 missiles. Gee, I'm definitely not fighting a boss in here. Am I gonna be fighting Silux on a bike? Well, it's something zappy. Ah, it's a zappy ball. Zelios. Organic Artificial Intelligence Morphology, Zelios. Developed by Lemorn to manage Voltforge's factory and installed into an organic computer. Fusion with a Metroid. Integration with a Metroid has made it uncontrollable. Zelios is an artificial intelligence installed to a computer created using organic cells. It was tasked with administration over Voltforge's vehicle manufacture operation. It continued to follow its instructions through and beyond the extinction of the Lemorn, with factory output persisting until its encounter with a Metroid. Integration with the Metroid prevented Zelios from making decisions, causing its instructions to be forgotten before it modified itself into a battle AI. It has devised several attack methods, including beam attacks using converted electricity and explosive nets that prevent enemy movement. It moves using gravity control, which also enables it to defend its core by forming a wall of metal panels. And the panels can be destroyed, but I'm sure if we destroy too many, it's just going to reform them. Yep, sure is. That seems like something to not be in. And now it wants its panels back. I feel like there should be something I can do to it when it's in movie aroundy phase. Ow. I was trying to dash away from it, game. It just didn't work because I was dashing at the wrong time, I assume. Okay, too late there. I love when it opens up an entire side like that. And it looks like it's got an infinite supply of panels on the floor. Unfortunate. Buddy, can you not? And it wants its panels back. I didn't even destroy that many that time. Okay, so it doesn't want us to shoot that. Okay, so when it shoots us with the big thingy there, we need to morph ball bomb ourselves out of shocky stun. Good to know. And now it's zapping out of its exposed core. Is that because we exposed too much, or is that just this part of the fight? And it wants its panels back. Surprising nobody. Oh, we can destroy the shots coming at us unless they're the big one. Yeah, big one not destroyable. Ow. And time for more panels. This boss doesn't seem to have any additional scans beyond just the main body. Which, I mean, hey, makes it easier to get. Ow! Okay, well, at least this isn't too hard to dodge. You just need to actually dodge with not terrible timing. Time for more panels? No, not yet. Why can't I lock onto you now? Really discharging a lot of electricity in a lot of directions now. And one more charge shot should take you out. So am I going to get an electric beam from this? Nope, I'm getting psychic boots. Because really, what else would you expect to get from a boss that hovers using electricity and shoots electricity all over the place? Clearly, that's a boss that gives boots. Oh, hey, psychic boots are space jump. I like how they force us to space jump to get onto here. Gotta actually look at the forehead and not near the forehead. Give me the thing. Two out of 5. I'm curious, but I don't know if my curiosity can be sated here. It can. So our boots still allow us to pass through these from below and then make them solid only when coming from above. Convenient. I should have seen space jump coming, considering we would have had to get back out of there somehow. And considering the path we had to take to get there. Might as well save again. Wait a sec. Is this gonna... Yeah, we need to take that in order to get back up. Got it. Makes sense. Oh, we can choose a destination. How handy. I was worried we'd have to go back up through all the test circuits. So why isn't my bike red? Where do I go to get it painted? Actually, looking at my amiibo, apparently it's not supposed to get red. Wow, this thing automatically tries to avoid walls. Anyway, now that we're certified, or whatever. Back at the first tower. Is there anything here that I needed space jump for? Maybe forgetting to that. That looks probably too high up even for space jump. Tower 2. Needed grapple for that. So yeah, it looks like we're done in these towers for now. Until such a time as I get something new. Like, say, boost ball. Target more than 3 enemies at a time with that. Activated using the linked bomb slot, which appears to be up there, and thus requires us to use our space jump. This isn't a bomb slot, this just leads to a bomb slot. There. And here we are on the open road. Except with more open and less road. So, how am I meant to get boost energy back out here? Because I kind of wasted it. I still can't electrify that lock. Seems not being on my bike got it some energy back. Okay, so spending time off the bike gets energy back, but surely there must be a way to get energy back while staying on the bike. That's what I came in on. It looks like the green energy crystals that have already been grabbed are no longer green. Yeah, Outlander, I know I can break the regular crystals with missiles and charge shots. What I'm concerned about is this big chunk right here. I mean, I don't know if the power slide is a diffused energy wave blast thing, but a diffused oscillation wave blast. But I'm assuming that's what I'm meant to destroy that with. Until given reason to believe otherwise. Okay, I now have reason to believe otherwise. Plant morphology, Cuvaria, a succulent variant that stores large amounts of fluid in its parenchyma. Although the outer skin has exceptional elasticity and strength, it is breakable.
Teleporter key. Congratulations. Looks like there's 3 keys left. Up to you to decide which one to go after first.
I had almost forgotten that you were in the game, sir. Oop. Oh. See, this is a do-it-yourself map. Kind of want to find my way back to the Fury Green. Ooh. I see ramps. Because I know that in the Fury Green there are at least 2 locations for us to use our psychic boots. So I need to boost over the second ramp. Apparently these we can just drive right through. Maybe not. Gotta be at speed. Well, whatever, we can come back for those later. And what have we here? A thing that we need to use fire for. Yeah, that's a heat block unit. I ain't got no heat. Excuse me. You are not allowed to escape. I have read that it's not necessary to go out destroying all the green crystals here in the desert, but they're here. I'm here. Winged morphology, gullbat, bird variant adapted to the arid climate of Soul Valley. Naturally curious, they will instinctively track objects of interest. So, if we see a gullbat somewhere, that means there's something neat there. I assume. Excuse me. Right. I have to fully charge the charge shot to bust things. Yeah, Outlander, I don't intend to hunt down every single set of crystals in the desert, either. I'm just gonna grab the ones that I see on my way to places that I want to be. Problem is, I also don't want to let any escape. Oh, hello. What is this? This doesn't look like the same type of architecture we've seen before. This looks GF in nature, which seems weird considering the GF can't have been here for that long. But then again, Betsy seemed to have been where she was for quite some time. No sign of its Federation crew. Its front tow hook is graspable using the psychic lasso. Gee, if only I had one of those. Chest protector for a Galactic Federation heavyweight golem. So that's going to be part of Betsy that we need to recover. I keep on looking for my bike so I can get back on it, but no, the bike just leaves when we get off it. Insect morphology. Sand Shren. Insect relative of the Shren family, native to Soul Valley. Attacks threats using a sharp, thick needle protruding from its mouth. Sand Shren are a variant of the Shren family adapted to the arid climate of Soul Valley. Like other Shren, they emerge from their nest when a threat draws near, hover, then attack by charging. Due to the scarcity of water, their jaw shape evolved into a sharp, thick needle for piercing the hides of prey and drinking their body fluids. It is this needle they use to stab at threats when the Sand Shren charges. Their hind legs and wings have also evolved to have sharper shapes, further increasing the danger they pose. Well, I guess this is a structure for later. There's a lot of whatever is there. I think those were the gull things. The guys who point you to stuff. But they were all in one spot, and that one spot wasn't very interesting. So this should take us back to the Fury Green. Pottery crafted by ancient Lemorn pilgrims, used as decoration or to hold offerings. The pottery is hollowed and hollow and can be shattered with little effort. But if it's ancient pottery, should I really be shattering it? Don't think we've ever had a load screen just to go through a door in a Metroid Prime game before. So we found our way to the cargo launcher. My ears tell me there's a power-up on the other side of that. And my eyes tell me we're not allowed to access it until we can burn these webs. We've got a load screen for stairs too, huh? What is this, Resident Evil? Guess we need a stronger impact than a missile. Stronger than a bomb, too. So I guess we're only coming back for the psychic boots spots. These grievers are all over the place now. Right, need to be able to burn that too. There's something we can make use of. I believe there was one other set of psychic platforms somewhere here in Fury Green. Damned if I remember where, though. Could be here. So this seems too close to the other psychic platforms. I need to zap that guy, but I can't zap nothing yet. Yeah, no, it's not here. So, going around this way. Maybe in here? I doubt it, though. But I'll still check. Okay, so in here is where we met up with Mackenzie. And this is not going to be a place with any psychic platforms. Could swear there was another set of psychic platforms somewhere, which I guess means they would have to be in this away. We can deposit more crystals. Maybe jungle path. And we can also go to the Sanctum of the Guardians to see another thing. Thanks for the boost. Hey Mackenzie, been a while.
Is that the new suit for the bike? That's so cool.
What you got? Galactic Federation military hard cases and a folding table. One table leg appears broken and a case is being used as a substitute. Well then. Galactic Federation converter. Translates alien data formats into ones usable by the Galactic Federation. It is wirelessly connected to the nearby Lamorne device. Galactic Federation hologram projector. Emits a 3D hologram of model data. Contact controls enable functions such as enlarging or shrinking the hologram display. Surprised they gave him a reaction to that.
Stop that! Don't!
No reaction to the missile, huh?
Ouch!
Okay. So let's head this away.
Let me ride on the back of the Viola.
Nope. Haven't been back here since we got morph ball bombs. At least I don't think we have. Otherwise, I probably would have grabbed that. Here you go, have some more green crystals. Oh, we've got a little bitty glow. Not all Lemorn controlled power from within. In a place where dark clouds never clear, endless lightning slices the sky, and the wind and rain rage, our forebears laid the foundations for the machine era. Here, 3 giant towers were built, piercing the dark sky. These would become the birthplace of a tool able to race across the land on spinning wheels. But this harsh environment proved unsuitable for the Lemorn peoples. This was why Lemorn technologists created an artificial life form to oversee the towers. They named this life form Zelios. Its singular directive was to seek the happiness of the Lemorn. With command of the electricity flowing through the towers and the machines connected to them, it could follow its directive as it chose. Even now, with the machine era long since past, Zelios seeks the happiness of the Lemorn. Not anymore, it doesn't. So, we got the top left and the top middle here, which means these do not correspond to their positions on the actual world map. And that disappoints me. Alrighty. So that doesn't look like we're meant to go this way. And yet, ain't nothing stopping us. Excuse me. There is an item here, but we need to be able to burn things for it, which means I came all this way for nothing. Because I don't think this room's going to have any sort of psychic platforms in it. But apparently there's green crystals that I just completely missed right there. And green crystals you have gotten appear to stay gotten. Like, always and forever. I could deposit my green energy crystals, but I've got not enough to probably be worth anything, so I won't.
Samus, welcome back.
Kind of like how this knocks him around and he doesn't even react. I mean, if I got clonked on the head by a metal sphere this big, I would certainly be unhappy about it.
Good luck out there, Samus.
Still can't energize this. Can't burn that. I wonder if this will shoot me to the same place it did before, or if it will be more on track this time. Oh! Here's where the other psychic platforms were. I knew there were more. So we came back to the Fury Green for exactly 2 missile expansions. Not the best prize, but I suppose not the worst. Didn't feel like it got caught on anything this time, so maybe it will in fact launch us where it's meant to. Yep. Though I still wish to inform Samus that these are absolutely not meant for personnel transport. Oh, just launched us back to the entrance of the Fury Green. I suppose that makes sense. Let's continue going clockwise. I did not have to boost. Oh, we got a glowy thing here. What are you, glowy thing? Sculpture of Lakash, a Lamorn priest and sculptor. His gaze is directed toward Chrono Tower. Psychic lift, stone elevator that operates using psychic energy, activated by using telekinesis to move the PK stone. Oh. Okay, so clearly we need to be able to burn webs to be able to do anything here. Yep. Not even allowed to manipulate the PK stone without burning the web. kind of them to market on the map.
Have you located any of the teleporter keys? If you're not sure where to go next, check the map.
Buddy, you just saw me like 3 minutes ago. Gee, I bet there's a teleporter key through there. That's really disappointing. I really wish it was possible for our power slide to destroy that thing. And we've got a new subspecies of Griever. Sand Griever. Griever variant adapted to Soul Valley's desert climate. Like other Griever types, it is extremely agile and highly aggressive. Sand Grievers are Grievers adapted to the arid environment of Soul Valley. To conserve stamina and moisture, they will bury themselves in the sand and lie in wait for prey. When they sense the sound of a potential target moving on the sand, they leap out in ambush. Like other forms of Grievers, they are very nimble and attack with claws or by spitting venom. They rarely attack alone and prefer to move in groups. Each group will have several territories that they will rotate at irregular intervals. Should a powerful threat appear, all groups may form into one and cooperate to eliminate the antagonist. I really don't want to let me fire this off. Okay, I guess. Oh, they're sturdier than the forest ones. I see you over there. Light delivery truck, Lemorne transport for use within facilities or over short distances, equipped with a driver's seat and a cargo bed. Pedestrian door for the vehicle gate. Its internal circuitry is damaged, causing a short. With its sensor non-functional, the door cannot be opened. How am I supposed to get over that? Probably by jumping up from... No, this is too far. Ah, there's a way around. And yes, Outlander, a truck with a driver's seat. It's just... That's some real innovation right there. Okay, I thought there would have been a way around to the other door. Maybe there is, and it's just we gotta go this way. And we need a grapple in order to get there, huh? So perhaps we'll get the grapple here, or perhaps not. Maybe we'll get boost ball here. Skytram for wheeled vehicles. Transports loaded cargo vehicles between Soul Valley and Icebelt. Online and operational. Icebelt sounds neat. Like the type of place we might get a heat-based weapon in order to progress. Gee, I bet it's at the end of this place. Physically a little closer than I expected it to be. Pedestrian door, often installed in larger gates that bar or grant vehicle access. It will open if the sensor detects beam energy or an explosive shock. Surprise. Cryopod, airtight container installed with independent cooling systems for preserving an organism at extremely low temperatures. Its circuitry is exposed. Grapple crane, used for heavy-duty loading and unloading. Its claw attachment grabs and moves cargo. Light delivery truck, transport designed to make tight turns within the facility. It is equipped with special tires for driving on the frozen ground. Interesting how it's the same type of delivery truck as we saw before, but now it doesn't mention the cargo bed or the driver's seat. And instead, this one is made for tight turns. Large laboratory container used for transporting and storing lab equipment. Though sturdy, standard firearms can still destroy it with relative ease. Small lab container, blah blah, transporting medicine and other supplies, okay. Climate control features, neat. Laboratory door, airtight door designed and installed during the machine era. Opens if the sensor detects beam energy or an explosive shock. Gate is linked to a bomb slot. The hatch will release when powered by the connected slot. Gee, I bet this is the connected slot. What do you know? One of the freest missile expansions we've ever gotten. Tempered glass fractured in several places. Structural integrity weakened. A powerful impact will shatter it. Maintenance gate. Central sensor automatically releases if exposed to beam energy. The gate has sensors on both sides. We have seen 3 different types of standard door in this place already. We've barely been here. So why is this glass breakable? To get around the busted door? Center sensor damaged. The lock cannot be disabled from this side. Rear side sensor remains functional. The lock can be released from the other side. I'm guessing we're supposed to, like, actually use that as a grapple point at some point. Because, yeah, this doesn't seem to be the way to use that. And yet, This seems too low to be used as a grapple point to, like, swing from and then swing over to there. I'm guessing this leads to a save point. Yep, sure does. Same save point as always. All right, Outlander, thanks for dropping by, and I'll see you once you're caught up with me again. Crustacean morphology, ice crawler. Well adapted to freezing temperatures, it remains active even in low temperatures and possesses a relatively soft carapace covered in sharp thorns. Ice crawlers are land-dwelling crustaceans found in several areas of ice belt. They are well adapted to the frigid climate and can naturally prevent their cells and fluids from freezing using chemicals such as glucose. Though they are covered in spines, the shell beneath is not very durable and can be penetrated by standard firearms. Ice crawlers do not actively hunt and instead feed on bugs and small animals that happen to collide with their spines. Because of this passive approach to predation, they move constantly, albeit within a limited area. Countless sharp spines on their legs provide traction, allowing them to attach themselves to bedrock and move along ice walls. They take more than a fully charged shot to bring down. A fully charged shot and 4 standard shots seem to do it. Passage blocked by a large ice formation. The ice has thickened over time, becoming part of the wall. Requires extreme heat to clear. Am I going to be made to turn around right now? Acting like I can get the things in any order, but it turns out I need heat to even get in here. Well, I guess, unless I can figure out a way to the other side of there and that has something good for me, we have to turn around. Yep, seems turning around is our only option. No ice valley for us. Or sorry, ice belt. And here I would have thought that the ice belt would have been where we get the heat weapon. But I suppose being a place where we need the heat weapon is fine and all, but if it was where we got the heat weapon, then they could have experimented with, you know, blocking our path with ice in a variety of ways to change how we go through the place before and after getting the heat weapon. But requiring us to get the heat weapon to even go in there completely removes that possibility. It's kinda sad. They could have had a natural way to give us an interesting flow through an area. And instead they opted for, nope, you're just not allowed. Saw something glowing over there. What are you? Galactic Federation signal detected beneath the sand surface. Its source can be freed with a strong pull. Unfortunately, I do not have access to a strong pull. But I can place a marker here. There you go. There's a new creature. And it appears to have destroyed itself. That's literally what I'm doing, buddy. It's twice now that whatever that creature is has shown up and destroyed itself before I could even get a good look at it. So that's Betsy's arm. Forearm for a Galactic Federation heavyweight golem. Other than a severed connector cable, it is undamaged. Finger flexion will trigger with an electric current. Okay, so I need electricity to be able to free the arm. And at least we get a missile expansion here. So it wants me to go there. So the exact opposite direction from where I started off going. Also, Soul Valley appears to be quite large. Already said this, sir. I haven't, nor do I intend to just yet. I'll get to it when I get to it. I'm not going to divert my path to the volcano. I am going to get to it when I get around there. It's that thing. Mechanoid Marauder, a prototype anti-griever weapon developed by the Lemorn after the Great Tragedy. They were never deployed in battle. The Marauder is an anti-sand griever battle mechanoid designed by surviving Lemorn technicians following the Great Tragedy. Its core is surrounded by 12 parts, and it spins the outer 6 at high velocity to move around Soul Valley like a self-propelled tire. Fully autonomous, when the sound of a griever is detected, rapid-fire energy shots will launch from its core. Because the Lemorn detested using aggressive attacks on grievers, they avoided deploying the Marauder in battle. So, what's it doing here? And why does it think I sound like a griever? I don't think I sound anything like a griever. Yeah, it looks like I can't even find the entrance to that zone. Which I suppose means it'll be easier for me to convince myself to... Oh, never mind. I don't know why my brain wants it to be X to attack while on bike. Okay, so this is off limits until we get whatever breaks that. What, pray tell, is this? Unreachable from here, that's for sure. There's the entrance bridge. Right, I need to actually go over to them to correct it. That's one of the, yeah, shot expansions. And it appears that we need Spider Ball or equivalent to get over there. So, time to get back to mapping out the perimeter. Those are, in fact, Gullbats. Who are supposed to only show up, or who are supposed to circle around things that they find interesting. But they weren't circling there. I pressed the wrong button just now. I feel like green energy should restore our boost energy, considering our boost energy is green. And like, it seems to maybe do it a little, but I feel like it should give as much as the plants we can run over. There's something there. A bunch more green energy. GF thing over there. Where are the crystals I just went? There they are. Okay, we got them all. Felt like I missed some. Alright, let's go see what's blinking over here. Transfer pod made of extremely durable densium alloys, containing a heavyweight golem power cell. Destroying the pod will not damage its contents. Something tells me destroying the pod is going to require, like, power bomb or something. Galactic Federation transfer pod, made primarily of extremely durable densium, often used to transport important machinery. Grapple node used in Galactic Federation facilities by troopers requiring safe and secure connections for their duties. Attachment requires a grapple. Well, I ain't got one. So it seems there's not a whole lot I can do here. But they were kind enough to mark it on my map for me, so I don't have to stick around. Feels like these crystals regrew a little too fast. Hey, what's this? It's a new type of thing. Lock unit cold. Removed only exposed to extreme cold. Well, I can't do that yet. Wish they put a number on our green energy crystals instead of just being like, yay, you got some. Not gonna tell us who this is? Yeah, what do we got down here? Is it something I can do? Ooh, it looks like maybe. There we go. Well, we got some green energy crystals in here. Not like a whole lot, but certainly some. I did see that morph ball tunnel. Looks like we're at least getting a missile expansion out of this place. Well, I've opened a door. How do I get to it? Like, it looks like this should be movable. This doesn't appear to be any kind of way to get in there. I know this is where we got our missile expansion, but rooms are allowed to be two things. Oh, do I need to freeze the water? Drain for circulating pumped groundwater. The drains draw from the same common channel with the water evenly distributed to each. Yeah, seems we're going to need to be able to freeze these. And maybe once they're frozen such that that and that no longer pump water, this will get filled up and be too heavy and sink down. That's my guess as to what's going to happen in here. But it seems for now I do not have what is necessary. To the volcano we go. Oh boy, a small cargo launcher. I'm small cargo. Wow, that's out of range. I guess this needs a spinner. Or a loose ball. Well, I am glad we started with the Variasuit. That's quite a large boss arena. Vernon uses sharp claws on the tips of its legs to crawl on the ground and walls. Reptile variant evolved to thrive in hot environments. Vernon are a reptile variant found in hot climates, such as the caves of Magdrada volcano. Though they are reptiles, they share some features with mammals, such as hair on their backs instead of scales. Using the 2 tusks in its jaw and the tusk growing from its forehead, it will firmly grasp rocks and then melt them with corrosive digestive fluids from its mouth. This will create a gas that the Vernon then consume for energy. Crustacean, the heat strap. Terrestrial crustaceans found in the caves of Magdrada volcano. They absorb green energy gel as it seeps through rock surfaces. So does... I was thinking that maybe they would give us green energy, but I guess not. Hello. Swarm flyer produces lighter than air gas in its body, then floats into the air. The organism then propels itself by inhaling and expelling air. Energy gel seeping through the rock's surface. The green energy in the planet's magma is filtered out by the stratum, causing it to emerge as a gel. And yet that didn't give me green energy either. Significant leak from a lava transport pipe. The lava can be made to solidify if cooled quickly. However, flow pressure will force it to revert soon after. Don't mind if I do. Hey. I was scanning that. Wheeled vehicle gate marks the path to the energy extraction facility. Automatically opens and closes. Did I get off Viola too early? Lava pressure control terminal. Opens and closes the main pipe's lava discharge valve to adjust the level of the lava lake and manage lava transport rates. Looks like it uses a spinner. Yep. So right now, in terms of things that open the most things, I think Boost Ball is up at the top. Light delivery truck, used to move materials and machinery required for energy management and for removing waste and other unwanted materials from the facility. Vehicle ramp that collapsed into the lava pool. Natural material erosion is presumably the cause of collapse. Unsafe for vehicles. Warning, extreme heat. Use caution when approaching. Not when approaching. Hey, look, it's a door that's used like a door. But it can only be used from the other side. Okay. Operational lighting suggests its battery may have recently been charged or replaced. Interesting. So someone's been here. Well, once we get ice, we can get whatever's... we can get that missile expansion, but... For now... I guess we just gotta keep on going. Lair pool. And would you look at that, a Metroid game with a hot lava-y environment that has managed to resist using the Norfair/Magmore Caverns music. You can, in fact, create new lava area music for Metroid franchise games. Bridge constructed by the Lemorn during the Machine Era. Used for material deliveries to the facility above the lava lake. Foundation and deck deployment can be initiated using kinetic energy from Viola. I'm curious what all's down there. Ah. I no longer have to be so curious. Whoops! I no longer have to... Oh. So, in this game, lava isn't a, you land on it and then, ooh, it's ouchy, you just gotta jump over it type of thing. A rockfall has blocked the passage. The debris is made of extremely durable cornicite ore. High-powered explosives will be required to clear the blockage. Well, I ain't got those. This is the first Metroid game where lava hasn't just been a case of, ooh, ouchie. We have never melted away into lava before. Even though there have been lots of Metroid games with lava. Well, that's going to be a problem. And we got an Akira slide actually used for braking. So, I guess they don't want us going that way. Is my Viola heat resistant? It is not. So, I suppose I need that upgrade. Is this another place that I'm just not able to go yet? I thought we were supposed to get the heat resistance upgrade in the Viola factory. Oh, that's gonna open now. I see. Hey, fellas. They do not like getting shot in their little noggins. Well, now that this door is opened, we have nothing preventing our ingress. Energy facility, small container. Stores replacement batteries and repair equipment used by the facility's maintenance bots. It can be destroyed using standard firearms. Rail container. Takes facility waste brought by light delivery trucks and transports it to the scrapyard. Used to store parts for repairing the larger machines throughout the facility. Besides being heat resistant, its durability is otherwise unremarkable. I'm guessing this is going to be a save. No, it is not. That means this is going to be a save. Why put containers in here? I mean, I guess they fill the space, but like, the whole point of containers is to contain pickups that heal you, but saving heals you. Lamorne Plasma Torch cuts metal using high heat arc plasma, used to slice waste materials into manageable sizes. Waste material from the energy facility. Analysis implies that difficulty stacking the material led to disposal through burial instead. Energy facility special container. Superior sealing and insulation make these ideal for transporting liquids. They are effectively indestructible. Lamorne Demolition Crane, industrial equipment for extracting recyclable materials from waste, equipped with plasma torch. And I bet if we overload that with heat, maybe something will happen. Well, hello. Pyromite sees with a single light-emitting eye and walks on 8 clawed feet. It will approach intruders in its territory and trigger an explosion to repel them. Pyromites are a type of single-eyed crustacean who crawl on 8 large clawed legs. They can be found in the Magdrada volcano. They are capable of creating an explosion from the top of their heads by mixing air with a flammable gas they produce inside of their bodies, compressing the mixture, then igniting it through rapid heat generation. If they detect intruders in their territory, they will launch out of the ground, rapidly approach the intruder, and then trigger an explosion. If they take critical damage, they can trigger a similar explosion by igniting any remaining gas within their body to self-destruct. This behavior is true even when a pyromite succumbs to illness or old age, resulting in few examples of pyromite remains. I see there are many of them. And their post-death explosions do more than half an energy tank. Scrap liquid containers. The cause of warping and cracks is indeterminate. Its structural integrity is compromised. It could be destroyed by a diffused oscillation blast wave of psychic energy. Shame I can't make one of those yet. But it's interesting to know that that comes from psychic energy. Oh. Am I getting my heat weapon now? I expected to have to overload this with heat, but no. Fire chip. A chip made by the Lemorn. A Galactic Federation engineer level 4 or higher can modify this chip and integrate it into your suit. So what you're saying is I need to go back to base camp and say hi to Miles. It was Miles, right? Miles McKenzie. So we got diverted over here specifically to get that chip, which we now need to take back to the Fury Green to get integrated. And then we go to Ice Belt after that. Which is to say that if Silux hadn't A, collapsed that bridge, and B, set these guys after us, we probably would have been completely unable to continue this game. So really, he helped us? Oh. No getting back in here till we can freeze that. But something tells me in cold place we are going to get cold weapon. It stands to reason. Of course, we're about as far away from the Fury Green as we can be.
Looks like you found some Lemorn technology in Flare. I'm pretty good with machines. Want to bring it back to base camp so I can take a look?
You want to tell me a way to quickly get back there? Like, if I could fast travel in this game, would be nice. What do we got here? Some more GF stuff, that's for sure. there's a missile expansion there. It seems this is not where we get it from. Ow! Looks like this might be a coming from above sort of deal. Did not mean to press my boost button. There, now that thing won't be a problem for us. Surge of electricity to activate. So this is yet another thing currently off limits to us. Well, hooray for missile expansions achieved by boosting over a ramp. Just jumped over these crystals. I ain't leaving them behind. Ain't my style. Find anything, birds, or are you here to lead me to something? And now we're back to familiar territory. Cutting in this direction a bit to fill out my map a smidge more. So if I take this, will it launch me right next to where Miles is? Even though, again, I insist these are not designed for personnel transport.
Welcome back, Samus. Come on, show me what you found in Flare Pool. Alright, what do you got? It looks like a circuit, and it seems like there's a chip inside. Okay, let me analyze it. Lemoyne Tech is really interesting. Oh, this is fascinating. I see. This program converts the energy that the device emits into thermal energy and highly amplifies it. If I tweak it and integrate it into your arm cannon, you should be able to use another new shot type.
Another? This is my first new shot type, sir.
Ta-da! Give her a try.
Fire Shot. Known in previous Metroid Prime games as Plasma Beam, but okay. Consumes shot ammo, you say?
You can now use the Fire Shot. You can shoot projectiles with extremely high temperature, so I bet targets will burn or melt when they're shot. If you find anything else, bring it into me. I'm dying to do more experiments.
Okay, so where were there burnables? I mean, I know there's this door right here, so we're gonna have to go for that. I have gotten a lot of green crystals as of late.
Burn it all down with Fire Shot.
I wonder, is Fire Shot chargeable? Oh, it's a missile type. So no, it's not chargeable. I feel like we should have gotten a more of a glow out of that, considering I gave it basically the entire perimeter of Soul Valley's worth of stuff.
Samus, welcome back.
So there was, I think, a webbed area in here. Let's Suppose I should check. It's easier to check there from here than it is from the other side.
I'll be here.
I hear an item. Oh, right, it's in there. I appear to have been misremembering. There doesn't appear to be anything webbed here. Interesting that this game lets us hear collectibles from more than a room away, apparently. For a moment, I thought that was webs.
Welcome home.
This ain't home.
Catch you later.
Still can't use this. Not gonna lie, I want missiles to be up, not right. Ring made of processed metals and modeled after a plant's leaf contour. Its stand is installed to a rail and is movable only while the pressure plate at the center is in use. Pressure plate trigger for providing the linked ring with a psychic energy. The plate will sink if stood upon, which activates the mechanism. Large gate barring access to the rear chamber. Activation of a separate device will cause it to open. So there's an electric lock unit. The element of fire burst forth into this world. It was the first element the Lemorn learned to control. You must know its origins to be its master. My name is Havin. More than a Lemorn priest, I am one who freely commands the elements. The one who wields well the power of elements shall explore to the ends of the world and deepen their knowledge of it. If you've not yet mastered elemental power, come first to this place to learn and discover what the device has to teach. So that's a thing. But what if I want... Okay, I guess that's the only one I can move it to. Oh, we gotta stay standing on here. I bet that's gonna say, oh, this is burnable. Torchwick that can be lit only by a flame that has passed through the eye of the ring. It will burn until its energy is exhausted. What have I unlocked? A thingy. Stone statue of a Lomorn priest. Its inscription reads, "When Havin holds the three elements, the chosen one shall bear a new light of life." Cool. 10 more shot ammo. Hemispherical metal lid. It will open once all 3 devices linked to it have been activated. So I gotta come back with the other 2 elements later on. Makes sense. But for now, we got fire. As much as I would like to use this fire, it's actually about time for me to call it a stream. And so shall I save here. And then, next time we'll go to Ice Belt. So, thanks folks for dropping by to watch and chat and all of that. And I will be back tomorrow to commence exploration of the Ice Belt. See you then, friends.